Commanders, welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now with drops enabled on Twitch and with a chill stream ahead of us where we build the Caspian Explorer, ideally with a microphone in front of us, otherwise you wouldn't be able to hear me. This actually helps with the stream. Kind of muted. Not having a mic in front of me is a version of being muted, indeed. So welcome to the stream. We bought the basic version of the Caspian Explorer, which is something I'm in the process of engineering at Shinrarta. In fact, I just started, and kind of trying to figure still exactly how things work. This is a large hard point, so I'm gonna put a large fixed or gimbal beam. Based on how his ship flies, I think gimbal is probably better, or even a turret. Let's go with gimbal. And then this is meant to be an explorer ship, which can also fight. Power plant, gravity thrusters, this is fine, 8A. I think I got my internals right. I chose to go with a 7D power distributor, which is what an explorer would normally use. I wonder how much I lose if I mount a 7A. Let's go. It's kind of tricky. I lose 3 meters per second of speed. I lose 3 meters per second of speed. Hold on. This is 7D. So 520 minus 3 meters per second of speed. And I lose 6.5. A year and a half of jump range, which is annoying. Yeah, I should have a pirate look. I think I'll stay beerless for a little time being, at least through the holiday or something. Question is, should I go with a 7A or 7D? Because the 7D charge enhance already kind of is able to fire at max fire rate. Sorry, I boosted maximum boost rate. Maybe I go with a 7A, as this is a bit of a combat version of a Explorer. What's the difference? 1.5 years, 1.5 light years. Does it make that big of a difference? Fine, let's go with 7A and sell the current one. Sensors, D light wave is easy. Oh, well, again, long range on an Explorer might kind of make sense, but I guess we're going with sort of a more combat version. Well, this is a bit of a hybrid combat / exploration, but the optional internals are that of an exploration ship. I have a couple of fighters here. One is the Trident. And I should really go with the Guardian ones if I'm going to be fighting Thargoids. I almost practically never use them. Maybe this is an opportunity to use them, finally. And the Lance, which is the best of the 3 for Guardian fighters. They're also the ones that look the best. I think the Trident actually is the one that looks the best. At least in my opinion. But the problem with the SLFs is that they look good, but they're kind of useless, besides looking good. And then we have a bunch of planetary hangars and stuff. Now, we're going to put modified shard cannons on this thing. On the, I guess, top right too. So we're, sorry, flak cannons on the top right too. Well, that's flechettes. Now that I have unlocked flechettes, I have to be careful not to put flechettes instead of flak on a Guardian build. So what does the Caspian bring with roll pitch yaw compared to other ships? I was also considering the Caspian being a hound boat. Well, I'm not a big fan of pack hounds. I mean, they're easily avoided by most commanders who know what they're doing. So, and their ammo is too limited to sort of be particularly useful in PvE. So I'm not sure hounds have a real reason to exist on any commander ship. Let me just confirm, but these are the 2 bottom ones. And these are the 2 top ones. I think we're good. So these are the mod shard slots. And now utilities. And I have a version, a reference version of the Caspian, which I obviously lost now that I'm looking for it, unless it's on a different screen. No, I lost it completely. That's sad. Oh well, I guess we'll have to rebuild it. Not the end of the world. Caspian Explorer. Because there's a few things I need to sort out. We can do it together, like, actually. That might be good to do it together. So let's do it together. Bring up the screen. Now the Empire supporters are showing up. I don't mind you fighting for it, but I don't have a personal beef against the Empire at all. Like, I just want there to be balance in the galaxy, and specifically access to the Radicoida trees for all. I'm going to be fighting for that. And you're welcome to fight me if you want. Let me actually disable. I don't think we need Elite Observatory showing. Why is Elite Observatory showing? Turn that off. There you go. For VPV, found the assassin idea. Yeah, I mean, you could use it as an assassin build, like if you use hounds. Alright, let's play with this. Alright, so we put a gimbal, medium, large beam laser here. Eventually we'll engineer it with long range and a thermal vent experimental. And then we put 2 flak cannons here. Already did that. And then we're gonna put 4 modified Guardian shard cannons. Shard. There you go. This is our weapon configuration, and this is pretty set. And then we put the ablative lightweight alloy, which unconventionally, because this thing has mass, we're putting as lightweight deep plating. I'm shaking things up. Oh, I got a new t-shirt with a chieftain, Alliance chieftain that I got printed, which I think is actually pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna put an A power plant, and then we're gonna play with it later. And this is the gravity optimized thrusters, which want dirty drags, like almost all thrusters. We have the supercharged optimized thing that can like jump to crazy ranges. Support. Okay. Already engineered. We went with 7A power distributor. How is the Caspian center convergence? I mean, I'll show you in a moment. The short answer is it's kind of okay, but it's a bit of an oddball in terms of having a large in the middle like that compared to what else you can use things for. Anyway, we put a fuel scoop here because again, this is a Explorer build, and then we had what did I plan to put? I plan to put some kind of shield in here, but we'll get to shields in a moment. What do I put on an Explorer? Probably a bi-weave, right? And then we'll get back to a shield in a moment. And then there was a fighter hangar. No, I haven't used ship launch fighters in like forever. I don't even know what they are. Planetary vehicle hangars. This is like the power high mass, and this is the one high power low mass. And so it goes here. Fighter hangars will be under F. Fighter hangars. All right, 6D. And this one goes here. Finishing power conflict zone does not give you anything. That's right. I agree. Those are just for merits. And then what did I plan to put in this ship? I think I had advanced logging computer, super cruise assist, that's right. And then I had the V1 DSS, this thing here, the detailed surface scanner pre-engineered there. And then I had 2 FMUs. And if I get hit with this thing, I'm gonna be hurting. So that's okay. And then I had a 4A FMU here. And then I think I had some multi-limpet controller of some kind, but I don't remember which one. Not the Xeno, the rescue one I think I put. Yeah. Rescue give you some repairs and a bunch of other things that, like, for an Explorer build is kind of like somewhat meaningful. And then this is all good and fine. And then I had... What did I have? I think I had a collector limpet in my... I need, obviously, since I'm using limpets, I need a cargo rack of some kind. So put a 32 cargo rack there. And... let's see. A think I said collect the limpet also. I can make this lightweight, by the way. And then, what else? I think I had at least one MRP and was it, oh, the Guardian FSD booster, obviously. And then Horror Enforcement package. I don't have MRPs because I'm using a shield, but there's a problem with that, and the problem with that is the fact that if my shields drop, and they will drop because my shields are made of paper, my models will be hurting. Yeah, the Caspian is very, very agile for being a large ship. In fact, it is like oddly so. And then let's finish actually the build here, and then we'll use it as a reference to kind of like finish up. But like we need a heatsink. Every ship needs a heatsink, kind of. Then we need an enhanced xenoscanner or a pulse width xenoscanner. Like this one is better for combat zones, but like this one's more explorer-like, so maybe we'll use the explorer 9. Oh, thank you, Tukauk. Appreciate it. That's kind of thought. Thank you very much. So that gives us a scanner. Then we're gonna shut down field neutralizer because we don't want to be shut down in combat zones and whatever. Plus, that feels also kind of explorer-like. My new player, what is the best PvE ship I can get for combat and it's easy to play? Soul Workers, it's a good question. The best PvE combat is probably a Railconda, so an Anaconda using railguns. But it's not very easy to use because fixed weapons require you to aim and flight assist off for the most part. And that's kind of tricky. Hey, iMetal, welcome to the stream. And let's see what else were we doing here. The rest is kind of things you would do as an explorer, like flame shift wake scanners. I generally do long range on that one. And then we could point defense, but point defense doesn't really do much. I probably should get some shield boosters here. Let's see if I can put a 0A shield booster, heavy duty, super capacitors, because we're hunting Thargoids. And then we can either put a manifest scanner or another heatsink. Another heatsink is generally probably the best choice here. So 2 heatsinks, 2 Cirrus tanks, and all this stuff. This is all properly engineered or pre-engineered. I don't know about Aisling being all space truckers. I'm sure there's space truckers in every group. Now the question is, what engineering do I need to put on this other stuff? So dirty drags, increased range match manager, life support lightweight, sensors lightweight, supercharged, and then we want the power plant that has the least possible thermal footprint, while also, actually I need some engineering on this. I'll do enhanced low power because again this is an explorer build. Fast charge, gets fast charge. This is fine. This is fine. Fine. Kind of like a bit annoyed on not having MRPs at all, but this is fine. Yeah, wearing a chieftain. Like this is like one of the things I just made recently, which I think looks pretty good. Let's see the whole thing if I can lower it out. There's a whole chieftain shirt. I wonder how many, like, we'll take a bet. How many people do you think are going to show up to this stream and say, Glory to the Empire, Hail the Empire, or some Empire thing here? Because I think there's going to be a few, and that's okay. But back to us. Okay, we've almost finished designing this thing. We're just playing with the power plant, right? So, armored, thermal spread. Can't quite see the actual power utilization of this thing, so give me a second. No, we're still way above where we need to be power-wise. So So we gotta get a little creative. So fighter hangar, we want powered, collector, input controllers. Oh, with frameshift drive. Turn this off. Gosh, we are using a lot of power with this ship. Alright, we're getting there. Input controller. This we need to kind of power, otherwise it's just not gonna work when we need it. And this we also need on number 3, I think. Why are we so low on power despite having an 8A power plant? What is so power hungry that is like driving us nuts? We're close to our power budget, but not quite. Hey, Lettuce J. Hey, Carbruins. Hey, Bicky. Hey, everyone. What a good group of people all we have today. Thank you all for joining. I'm trying to make this like power budget work on this Caspian build, and I am struggling, as you can see. Is it the shield booster that's literally kind of killing me? I think so. 1.5 megawatts. We might have to drop the shield. Shield is 1.86. It's more of a booster on the shield, I think. Should we just go D? D, heavy duty deep plating is almost as good. Supercapacitor is almost good. We'll save in the Azevedo. Guardian booster, but the booster is off. This one is on power 5, so this one gets shut down, as does the vehicle hanger, as does the assists. Oh, the surface scanner doesn't use power. AFMU we kind of need operational, so that we need operational. Collector and rescue Olympus we need operational. This will go on 4, but we can turn it off until we need it. Fighter hanger technically is a weapon, Byway is 1. Oh, I know what it is. It's the OA wake scanner. This is what's kind of murdering the power budget again. So again, we can probably go with 1D. Long range is 5.5 kilometers. Not great, but manageable, and at least it lets us turn off most things. And maybe it will also let us keep the FSD on 4, which is nice, so our jump range doesn't get messed up. Plus, I don't think the cargo hatch needs to be on, but this is fine. Alright, I think this is it. I think this is the build we want. So let's call it Hydra Exploder, which is a typo for Explorer. And save this one to my Hydra Exploder. Alright, so we got this one. Make sure it flex a turret so you can multi-crew. But yeah, exactly. No, that's not going to be my thing. Is it possible to do ground combat still can't be with CG? Not as much as you think, says Hibiki. Alright. Alright, so I think now let's move this to sort of a side for a moment. And let's go ahead and actually build this thing as we designed it. So what do we need? We need 2 serious sinks, so those are one thing we cannot buy at Shindez. So we're not going to buy it at Shindez. And we need a 0D shield booster. This we can buy here. Then we need a shutdown field neutralizer. This is a bit of a Franken build, but it's okay. Oh, that should be the frameshift waste scanner, so move it down. Let's move this one down here. Thanks for a follow. VR deep status. 0D frameshift wake scanner. There we go. And this one is a pulse width Xeno scanner, which is a worse version than enhanced Xeno scanner, but it's fine for what it is. Turreted ones have the exact same stats other than price. Okay, well, I thought they one day. I can't remember what else was different. I thought there was something else was different about it. This is all as it needs to be, so this is fine. So fighter, so this we reluctantly sell. It's one of the free modules to put a shield. We say we're doing bi-weaves, right? Probably gonna regret doing a bi-weave, but whatever. Shield generators, bi-weave. Put in 50k, but it's a lost cause. A blue-haired one has too many followers. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I like fighting for what I think is right, not for necessarily who I think might be in the winning side. Also, if you have like all other sort of factions banding together, I think, I mean, if you look at the numbers in the video I put out today, I think Concordat forces have the opportunity of giving even the Imperials a more than fair matchup. What else? The Guardian FSD we have. Collection Olympians controllers. 5D. This is the only our reinforcement package we're putting. This is a very bad build, but caustic resistance on shields and bank would be very nice, I agree. And then what are we doing? The hangar we have, then an AFMU. Oh, the meta early high reinforcement packages are completely useless. Utterly useless. And then 3, we do a multi-limpet, which is the rescue version. Where are the multi ones? Here. Rescue. This the one? 3D or 3D? Repair capacity is the same, so we're going with D. Right, yeah, D. Then AFMU. And this is another thing which is not available here, which is the pre-engineered DSS. Which we're gonna need regardless. That we're gonna buy at a different spot. These we're gonna get off our carrier. And I think we might want to move our carrier while we kind of do our engineering rounds. I would like to see a merger for our power plays under one banner. Well, we're trying to kind of encourage there to be something like that. Not necessarily under one, but under two. Namely the Empire and those who oppose the Empire. Which would be a fair matchup based on the current number of followers. What's the price for a naked Caspian? I mean, in ARCs or in credits? In ARCs, I think it's somewhere 17,000, 19,000, something like that. Less than 20,000. What was I doing? Oh, yes, I was jumping my car. I got distracted. Alright, we are in the carriers in the Radicoida section. I'm gonna make my way to Kuhn, I think, is where I don't think I can jump to Kuhn. What I had? Oh, successful jump request. Okay, so it's jumping now. And I'll have to make another jump down to Pleiades, but I don't even know if I need to make a jump down to a Pleiades because I can make my way with this Caspian down there. Alright, so now we start on the long journey of engineering. So FSD, we have engineered. We just need experimental. Shield boosters, we need heavy duty. So let's put that on. And then what did I put on my power plant again? Armored thermal spread. Good. What do you guys think of the Concordat idea? I know that some of the powers are kind of pissed at the video I made. And honestly not completely without reason, as I'm not sure that they felt the timing was right. But I don't know. What is done is done. Now the question is, will the talks hold? And will the Concordat form or not? My hypothesis is that the answer is not. They probably wouldn't have held anyway. But regardless of the talks and whether things hold or not, after we play with this ship a little bit, I will join the front lines and fighting for the Concordat whatever version that takes. And rage theirs, you know, but with time we can still lure you back to the side of the good guys on this fight. I don't think you are lost. I think there's hope for you still. Alright. It's okay, Supreme Commander. We were just designing this ship that I'm now engineering. Like, nice. Like, even as a Concordat is unsuccessful, every non-Imperials who consider the biggest threat first and focus their efforts where it matters most. I agree. I mean, look, even if people don't formally sign the agreement, I think getting them to sort of like appreciate that without that kind of alignment, the war is lost before it is fought, is a realization which I think is actually pretty freaking important. And yeah, people have been talking, but there haven't been like any kind of serious commitments or serious statements about we will fight this war and we will give the Empire a run for their money. And without that, again, as I said, the war is lost. So at the end of the day, like, either people band together and fight together, like on a unified front, considering the numbers, or, you know, again, as I said, you're basically saying, hey, Empire, here's these wonderful plans, they're all yours. And that would be a pity. Hey, Mira J, welcome to the stream. So I got my power distributor. We're gonna make this light wave. You don't fight for the Empire, only for Prismatic Princess. Well, Kamikaze, you're on the wrong side of history on this one. Maybe you'll end up being on the winning side, maybe not, depending on the Concordat and whether it comes together and people fight as one or not. That's probably the biggest determinant of whether the Empire will win or no, in my opinion at least. And I'm not infallible, I'm known to be wrong in the past. On this one though, I'm not sure that I am wrong. I think I'm not wrong on this one. As an Imperial, we are much more coordinated than what the other powers can do unless they change a lot. Well, our bar curve, then it's time for them to change a lot, don't you think? That's what I think. Right. Oh, I give them a nudge today. Whether that it ends up being a good or bad thing, history will tell. Oh, the pre-engineered mining lances for Torval. Yes, exactly. Game-changing modules. Demiser, I agree. I'm sure that is the reason why everyone is fighting for like custom engineered mining lances. 07 Mario. Oh well, if they do AX damage, then I might switch from Li Yong Rui and forget the Concordat. If we're getting AX mining lances, I'm hopping in. We're grinding Torval for those lances. No, jokes aside, I will stick with the Concordat side, regardless of whether it wins or loses. I have made my pick. I've declared where I stand. Win or lose, I will stand with the Concordat forces no matter what they may end up being. 07, super enough fish. There's a lot of people who are coming to say 07 for the Empire, and that's okay. If Mahon and King were to enter a fight, they'd get a problem. Well, again, it depends. Like, if it's a circumscribed sort of like fight to the enclave only, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, every power can maintain a military alliance outside of the enclave if they want. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing that I see as incompatible with that. No, I need to use different shields. Guardian mod is already engineered for AGZ. Armor, heavy duty. Nope, we're on light wave on this one. Sensors, early light wave. Life support, light wave. Okay, I think we've reached the end of the engineering that we can do here. The next step is to go and pick up serious sinks and other things at tech brokers. So that's where we're going next. The Empire is generous. I'm sure we'll give you access to a magic plant after the war. I'm not too sure about that. We'll see. We'll see, Stonesio. Ziada is a herald or death of a game unless it's equally opposed. Yeah, I agree with Imetal. That's kind of what we're trying to do with a Concordat. Like, whether that works or not. Welcome to the stream, Rady Fox. The 8 powers forming this coalition. Well, first of all, it's not guaranteed or sure that they're forming any coalition. The only thing I said is that there are talks happening. And based on their reaction to my video, chances are the talks might not be even happening anymore. But we'll see. Again, look, people can get fussed about talks and the announcement of talks, but anybody in there, so... Oh, wow, this is a nice boost sound. Everybody who knew anything about anything in the game knew there were talks happening. Ever since also Wolverspoon and Beetle Jude put out their video that basically said the Empire is winning yesterday. Everybody knows that there were talks happening. And the idea that the Empire learned that these talks were happening from my video, I just don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it. Like, everybody was chatting everywhere about it. 07 Baron, welcome to the stream. And yeah, I gotta fix that prismatic control that kind of turns on the sort of wrong, as you can see here, my guest prismatic shields instead of my own. Maybe if I delete, I should probably delete this, but then I'm fixing it when I have a guest, it's like more complicated. So we are in the 88 Sanctuary. This is the Cirrus Corp. Yeah, it's the Cirrus of Leia Labs. There we go. 07 Soul Keeper and Takeshi Tower. Welcome to the stream, everybody. By the way, we can supercharge our FSD here, right? So it goes where we need to go next. We got supercharge FSD, which is nice. I don't think we went through enough to supercharge it, which is annoying. Imperials are good, guys, except Aisling. All right, supercharged. There we go. Supercharged, yay! What's our jump range with this supercharged? Okay. Let's see. Nice 200 light years. It's convenient. 07 Leminski, welcome to the stream. People were already switching sides and pledging to the Empire before today's vid. It is well known. Yes. Well, that's the thing. Like, one thing I wanted to do was, like, you know, I think there's a lot of people who are kind of like don't care about power play and are just kind of trying to pick the winner to get some kind of modular advantage. To me, that makes for incredibly boring gameplay in Elite Dangerous. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of put up a fighting front and see, by the way, if we could turn the tide. So, like, you know, now it's not just the Empire is going to win because nobody else cares, but now there's a coalition that, from a numbers perspective, can actually hold up to the Empire. And I think, I mean, for those who didn't see the video, I think I have a slideshow up here somewhere. If I can go to the slide. So these are the numbers. Like, I probably should make it a little smaller so you can actually read it. I think that would be helpful. What do you guys think? So these are the numbers without any kind of like sort of coalition of any kind. What's going to happen if this is the case? It's very simple. The Empire is going to win. End of story. However, if people do band together and get together, then this happens. The sum of federal, independent, and allied commanders outranks in numbers by quite some margin, even the entirety of the Empire. And then if we can get to train this group with sort of modern undermining, acquisition, reinforcement, and combat techniques, which we know something about, we can put up a fair fight. And it'll be competitive. In fact, we might even swing it over so that it is the independent powers that have the advantage. So, Kempo, I know that Ziada includes Yuri Grom. However, I have it on good authority that Yuri Grom is on board with the Concordat. People are telling me that Grom is very much on the side of the independents and willing to fight the Imperials in the Enclave. Now, whether, again, that's true or not, that's what I'm hearing. People can tell me, no, that's wrong, or that's right, or you tell me. I don't have deep connections with Grom. The people who do tell me that that's what they're saying. Show the Empire without Pecheos and Torval now? I'm not sure why, but okay. Yeah. You can bet with 100% certainty that whatever ship mech uses, he'll have a devoted rail belt. Well, for PvE, yes, because for PvE, slug rails are the king of PvE weapons, but only for PvE. A question, by the way, in solo you need to complete objectives at CZ to progress, or shooting some ships and getting in and out also works. You don't need to complete objectives at Power CG. All you need to do is earn merits by shooting ships, that's all. Lastly, the third feature is the gravity enhanced thrusters, which help negate gravity a good bit and helps with dropout speeds with ablative. Maybe, we'll see. Oh, the picture didn't change, so you didn't see the changed picture? Okay, sorry about that. I thought it did. Like, this is the sort of previous version. Does it not update the picture? It looks like it's updating for me. Like, this is the original one with the superpowers. Oh, it was a joke. Alright, thanks. And somebody made me green, Thargoid green. Alright, so we are at a Sirius megaship, and the reason we are at a Sirius megaship is because we want Sirius heatsinks. One of the best modules in the game by some significant margin, which is found somewhere here. Enzyme, shotgun, and down at the bottom here. One. And you have to do it once every time, go out and back into the broker, which is annoying, but it works. Nope, not meta alloys. Here. Second Sirius sync. Another interesting treaty is the Federation, Archer Winter's Delane. Yeah, that's a good one. I heard they are in a good relationship, which is great. Alright, so we got our Sirius syncs. So let's pick them up here. Working with a dirty pirate. I don't know. I think the Delane folks are pretty nice. At least the ones I talked to. Some are pirates. Some are friendly. Some are less friendly pirates. But some are friendly pirates. Very friendly pirates. Okay. So what else do we need to buy? We need to buy the DSS-1. Where do you find the DSS-1? At Human Tech Brokers, right? Do I remember that correctly? Now with Dodics, it's going to be a dime a dozen. Can you believe I've never been to a Dodic? I'm not sure I want to go to a Dodic, by the way. So let me actually close this Firebox browser since we don't need it. Alright, go to Inara. Search nearest. Station services, tech broker. I'm in Centauri, rescue. Oh, rescue ship Cornwallis. It's one in this system, but I don't know if the ones that rescue ships have a one DSS. Maybe. Alright, let's go check it out. Maybe they do. Also, what do I need for the V1 DSS? I'm not sure if I need some DSS. DSS for engineer. I need mechanical scrap. You open mechanical measurement. Nope, there's no commodities. Alright, cool, that's good. Hey, Pure Jadzina, welcome to the stream. I like your name, by the way. I like your name. Cornwallis. Oh, it's right next door. So let's go there. Doesn't have new interiors. Yeah, that's disappointing. Double shot sucks. Yeah, double shot is usually not a common engineering for. This ship handles like a medium ship, not like a large ship, by the way. It handles very well. This boost sound is also very remarkable. Like, I like it. Oh, multi-cannon Corvette. That would run out of ammo pretty quickly. It'll work, but... Uh-oh, I tried to go through the... Oh well, this is gonna take a while anyway, so like... That's annoying. The sound is really good. Like, this ship really handles better than a large ship should handle. Corvette Mark II. I have a joke about the Corvette Mark II and its design. Corvette Mark II, 4 huge hard points, 50 meters per second top boost, dude. That would be remarkable. What about the Beluga? Like, a Beluga handles like a large ship, not like a medium ship. Definitely like a large ship. Alright. Now we're in the right spot. This coalition is a threat to the stability of galactic trade relations. The Empire is and must remain a dominant force. I wholeheartedly disagree. Super Afernash. Anything else threatens the interest of all commanders. Hail to the Empire. Well, that's like very imperial point of view. You're entitled to it, but I think some of us are also entitled to disagree. I like plasmas from Caspian with plasma. It's a cool ship and it is nimble. Yeah, plasmas are good. The problem with plasmas is you can't really put more than 2, maybe 3 plasma chargers on a class 7 power distributor. And then the question is, what do you do with the other 2 medium hard points? You can't put I mean, you can, but medium multi-cannons kind of suck. So I don't know if I would do that. You could put Gauss cannons, but then you might as well go with 4 Gauss cannons. So yeah, it's tricky to use plasma on this ship, I think. I mean, you can make it work, but it's tricky. It also doesn't have that great convergence compared to, say, the Conda, for example. So, I don't know. Torpedoes, like that, making this into a torpedo boat is like would actually be somewhat interesting. The problem with this one as a torpedo boat is that it's too slow to really be. Torpedo boat needs to be fast. You need something like a Corsair or something like a 600 meter per second ship to be a torpedo boat. If you want it to be anything but a complete meme. Alright. Six NPCs? Ooh. Poor power distributor. I wouldn't want to be a power distributor, man. 6 NPCs. I mean, even the Conda on 8, on a class 8 power distributor chokes really hard on 6. Yeah, I don't see myself fighting with 6 of those. All right, let's see if this guy has the... No, it doesn't. See, that's the thing. Human tech brokers are different. The ones that are on the rescue megaships are not the ones that are not the same as the ones that are on stations, even though they're classed the same. That's really annoying. I guess we're going to LHS 40 to Matthias Peak. Oh, that's a Dodic. I don't want to go to a Dodic. I'm not advertising Dodics, so we're going to LTT 4846 instead. I'm not sure I want to waste my super high jump while I'm here, though. Like, what is the furthest out I need to go? Let's do that towards the end. Let's go to someone who's like 200 light years away or something, which that way we need to go to Selengine 98. Leichong. Leichong is the one we're gonna go at. Right. He's gonna do our enhanced low power shield engineering. Should be able to make here in 1 jump, considering a supercharge. That is, if I mouse manages to kind of click on it. There you go. Why is it 2 jumps? No. No, 1 jump. How do I select it in 1 jump? I just target it, I guess? And if I just target it, it's gonna make me jump? I think so. Yeah, cool. I guess it can't plot the route with a supercharged thing. Go to close to Daisy for engineering drives. I don't know, I think I'm going to Felicity, that also has drives. Oh, Jackcon boost in bottom left, yeah. My metal teaches me how to use the Galaxy map all the time, because clearly he knows how to do it and I don't. What makes Caspian so special and why side commanders call it Anaconda MKE? I'm not sure what MKE is. Let's see. Greatest rest. There we go. Oh, Mark II. I don't think that's a good and proper designation, honestly. The Conda is big, slow. It has a class 8 power distributor. It can mount 4 large guns. It's quite different and flies very different. Flies a lot worse than the Caspian. So I think those who call the Caspian Anaconda Mark II are people who use the Anaconda like as a long-range explorer. So if you have an Explorer Conda, then I would agree with that statement. Like the Caspian is like an Explorer Conda Mark II, to a degree. It does most of the things, if not all the things that the Explorer Conda does, better. Plus it has a number of features that the Explorer Conda doesn't have, like the sort of like steeper glide. And yeah, so, but you know, I think gliding is for a faint of heart, guys. Don't you agree that gliding is for a faint of heart? Uh-oh, I'm going a little too fast. So here, it's not a matter of being faint of heart, it's a matter of not crashing into orbital clues at more than 200 meters per second. I did it a little too enthusiastically here on approach, but hopefully we can do what I wanted to do here. Still pretty enthusiastically. Not doing anything else, LA. 2-hour travel to Colonia. Oh well, to travel. Yeah, this is the thing. The Caspian is a traveler in my mind. It's a traveler ship. It's a ship that's designed to travel. To go from point A to point B using neutron superhighways as fast and quickly as possible. Let's say, look at this. Uh-oh. Don't look at this. This is not good. I'll try again. After my FSD, so like fixes itself. BGS power play ship. Yeah, it's so far I've been flying it, just flying around. Haven't really tried doing any serious combat. My carrier jump is complete. How far is it from the action? I'm not sure I want to like carry it over all the way to the Pleiades. Maybe I do. Should I? Yeah, fine. Let's do it. Let's jump over the Pleiades, even if it's 2 jumps away back to the sort of like back to the trees. Send it back to base for once. Base being the Pleiades Zoo, where the headquarters of the XI and headquarters of the Xenospheric Force are. This is the headquarters of the XSF, and this is where we're going. Alright, let's jump back. Oh no. Alright, here we go. You think FDev is going to cool it with new ships next year instead of 4, maybe 2? I don't know. I think they're making money, so why would they cool it? I don't think they're going to cool it. I think they're going to keep it as it is. Alright, let's see if we can do what I wanted to do here. Nope. Huh. This didn't work either. Hey, Commander Rady Fox. Greetings to the Sidewinder Syndicate. What's the Caspian jump range? I think it's in the 80s in a jump configuration. Mid 80s or something like that. This is a more combat-ish version of the Caspian, so this one has a just shy of 70. Hey, Mirj. Well, already said hi. Alright. No, it's not beating the Mandalay as far as like absolute jump range is concerned. Yeah, there'll be swarm bouncing operations and the like. Now, something I'm going to try here one more time. Nope, too fast. Boom. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, seems like orbital like super cruise overcharge with this ship doesn't work in on approach. Lightweight mods for life support. I mean, the only thing you get in Colonia is grade 5 for light support, which is honestly almost never worth it, but sure. Come on. Back in Super Cruise we go. Yeah, I mean the Corvette Mark II I think would be popular. I can see them kind of doing that. Last time I tried. Oh, too fast again. Yeah, this is not gonna work, but whatever. We're in range now to kind of like go down. I know that glide skip is gone, but I was wondering if the overcharged version of glide skip was still doable, but at least with this ship it seems like it's not. Or at least not in the way I was trying it. Auto scooter at Planetary is crazy move, not gonna lie. Also came out very close to the station's real-time saver. What's auto scooter at Planetary? Auto dock at Planetary. But auto dock only works once you get out of glide, right? Or am I mistaken? I was gonna say. If you FA off and point down. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. That's fine. It makes saves 2 nanoseconds. Systems colonization ship jump range is 15 light years will remain that day. Yeah, I think so. I don't think they plan to change colonization range anytime soon. Oh, I forgot to set up my livery. That's why I had so much bad luck. I think we need to fix our livery of our ship. Very, very important. Like, very important thing. To set the livery of all ships in the right way. Yeah, Sky issue. I agree. Hibiki.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad.
Landing pad 5. I see landing pad. Should we go and flight assist off? Let's see flight assist. Let's see how flight assist off works. The problem is autodock doesn't like flight assist off, so it will sort of automatically do things it shouldn't be doing. Oh, we're on the wrong side. Okay, we'll turn around. Yeah, this ship is too agile to be a large ship. This is a 1.3G planet, so it's a pretty heavy gravity planet, and indeed it does handle a lot better than this is flight assist off landing, by the way, on a 1.3G planet. This is not exactly your everyday landing. Oh, come on. Am I on the wrong pad? Or am I... What are you doing? I was just fine. Ah, alright, fine. I'll let it dock, and I'll just look at it from the outside, since we're kind of like staring at the new ship. Pretty. I like the engines. Not sure about what they promised on the docking side. I'm glad they reversed so that the SRV now faces forward instead of backwards. That was an odd choice. $500,000 to repair. Wow. What did they break? Yeah, autodock is really dumb, I agree. I didn't know the thrusters collapse inward. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a very nice effect. Very nice effect. Alright, so livery we'll do in a moment. Engineering's workshop is the first we want to do. So shield boosters, we have heavy duty already. We want to put the supercapacitors effect. Alright, and then for our shields instead, we want enhanced low power because we are explorers. Also, I put bi-weaves. I should have put D-rated shields. I don't know why I put bi-weaves. Right. Should I put bi-weaves? Should I put, like, does this thing have D-rated shields? An explorer should go with with D-rated shields, not bi-weaves. Yeah, it does. We go derated? How does our build change? If we go derated. Hold on, let me try something. It's still fine, I think. Actually, if we do derated, we can get all our class 4 running. That's good. Let's go D. Too bad for that engineering we just used. Selling engineering, that's fine. Too bad, sorry. $60 is fine. Little difference, 5D, 6D. Mass is 8 tons. It's fine. Alright, let's engineer these. Enhance low power, which by the way, like with enhanced low power, it's even lower mass difference. And we want fast charge on these, I think. It's either fast charge or high cap. Optimal strength, distributed draw is higher. I don't like that, so I think distributed draw difference is significant. So plus the power draw is higher. Fast charge it is. Easy choice. Here we go. I need to unlock more mod shots, by the way. I'm constantly switching mod shots left and right. I use way too many. This already has the experimental, yeah. Spending mats like I don't have to farm them. No, I just farm them. I mean, for once, you know, power play, especially now that we're doing power play, you get a flood of mats. Like, complete flood of mats. Alright, we got our shields and our booster engineered. Like, we have lightweight sensors, so we're all done at late chunk. Let's go to the next step in our journey, which is... Who is the closest? Let's see. Palin. Palin does engine, thrusters, frame shift drives. Does it do power distributor and power plant? It does power plant, I think. Anyway, we're going to arc it. The good thing about jumping around the ship is like 2 jumps to go pretty much anywhere in the bubble, so like... I agree, it's very easy to get materials right now. Just not when you fight for Iceland, you're begging for mats and spare change, but you get a lot of questionable pictures and bathwater instead. So there's that going for you if you fight for the Blue Hair Princess. Everybody has their priorities. Is it possible to randomly fight Thargoids in deep space? Now the answer is no, but it is possible to be interdicted so long as you're 200 light years in the range of Merope and a few other sort of places like generally the nebulae. I agree. That's why I'm saying there's still time to join the light and fight with a Concordat instead of the Imperials. Now is a good time as ever. Right. Should also start setting my fire groups in some kind of meaningful manner. Let's see. Alright, the first one is for shards, so I'll just put a heatsink as a placeholder for now. Second is flak and beam. Third one would be, I guess, wake scanner. And secondary scanners here. And Xenoscan and pulse wave scan. Now the third one should be repair. I don't think I need fuel transfer or hatch breaker here, so repair and stealth beam. This goes here. Important to set up your fire groups in a way that kind of works. And then this is Xenoscan and pulse wave. Xenoscan, I know that we're going to be using pulse wave scanner not much. This is fine. Wake scanner. Heat sinks go separate. Flak beam. This looks right. Where am I flak, by the way? I need to drop this normal to use it. Zermina Tavar for a win. Capital Fearsome Mob Depth Management System. That is certainly a point of view. When are the Thargoids zombies attacking? I don't think anytime soon. I think we'll be dealing with blue trees for a while, for months to come, if not years. We'll see. The Automod decided to moderate you because you talked about ramming. But how do I kind of like... Oh, expire no related chat. So sorry you got auto-modded. I didn't mod you. Alright, let's go to Palian's Able Laboratory. Someone we haven't been in a while. I think we may have to do a little dip of shame. Little dip of shame was sufficient though. I think it's just the assets of Space Khaleesi and its simps. She's not even properly Empire. Well, she kind of is. Like, she certainly has a more controversial point of view than her friends Denton, Orisa, and Zarina, but down with the Empire, up with the Empire. But see, this is like the kind of like dynamic I wanted to install somewhat, which is, at the very least, we should give the Empire a run for its money, because otherwise, if all we're doing is like trying our hands independently, then nothing much is going to happen. All right, let's try this new ablative armor thingy and see how Glide looks. Approaching 200 meters per second, 200 meters per second approached. See if I'm coming in too hot. Might be coming in a little too hot. I don't think this armor does anything with regards to how quickly you can enter Glide, right? It's working. Alright, let's try not to kill ourselves into the... Whoa. Alright, we made it. Maybe I should request permission to dock. Aisling has more claim to be from than Orisa, but Bainton should be the rightful ruler. In terms of leadership, like, Denton surely has done more than Orisa, I agree. Aisling is always being annoying in the sort of Imperial lore. The problem is that there are 4 Imperial powers. Well, in part, yes. Although I'm not sure that the numbers of Zermina are very significant. I think the numbers of Blue Princess are significant, the numbers of Orisa somewhat too, but I think the numbers of Denton Petraeus are also pretty small. Yeah, well, you know, she is the superpower so long as you assume that she has absolute authority over the Empire, which I think, lore-wise, there's a bit of a debate, like, on how much authority the Emperor actually has. Alright, let's put drag drives on this thing. Let's put Mass manager on our drive. Alright, we're done with those. Now we need a few more things. Like we need a power distributor. And we need armor, and we need a bunch of other things. We did shields already, so we're good. We don't need multi-cannons. We do need power distributors, so we could go see Marco. Should we go see Marco? Marco does power plants too. Let's go see Marco. Back to Sirius. Jerome, the Emperor of Mankind. That's an interesting take on the federal president. Well, not president, the federal, whatever he is, shadow president. Right. Incoming message. Oh, my carrier jumped. Finally, is in the Pleiades. Don't use ED Material Helper to optimize engineering traveling. No, I know my route already, so I have it optimized here. Like, so I don't really need ED Material Helper. I've done this way too many times. Yeah, the Titan whole thing was pretty amazing. Keep forgetting to sort of do my and then did I lightweight my I think I have just some other things slightly things I need to engineer, but drives are done. FMU goes 4, FSD goes 5. I need to set power priorities where I'm at. Hey, Two Hats UK, welcome to the stream. Yeah, man, we joke about 50 billion being poor, but, you know, the days since my balance was over 100 billions are long gone since I've paid a lot of people to build up a system. Quentin Research Base. Well, I mean, the Empire did help. I don't know about how Imperial forces helped or not, power play-wise, but as far as the Empire in-game is concerned, I actually have a couple of videos of fighting along majestic interdictors at Jupiter and at Luna. So those were kind of remarkable to see majestic interdictors in Sol. I don't think we might not ever see them ever again in our lifetimes there. So there were Imperial forces there. I was there to attest it. Oh, we might actually supercharge ourselves. Like, Sirius B is also a white dwarf, right? But Dog Star. Although it does make you wonder, like, how much does going out of your way save in terms of time versus not? Especially when you're, like, doing this. It was either do this or swing past, so I guess we did this. I hate white dwarfs. I just learned that, I mean, I knew white dwarf exclusion zones were big, but I clearly did it wrong. Hopefully we can solve it soon. Which, by the way, reminds me, like, why has music stopped? Did I press something? I think I pressed some wrong button or something. Alright, let's restart this. There we go. And we are good to go here. Oh, I have to go to the escape vector. Alright. And this is why we use heat sinks, folks. Yeah, for sure. Like, when it comes to Xeno combat, it's like we're all in the same boat. Or ship. Again, oh come on. This was like how is this too close? I mean, look at that. I'm like freaking forever away. Like, hey Stephen Grage, welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, I get it that I need to go at the end. Not skill issue, like definitely like scooping skill issue. Yeah, well, it depends on how like on where the cutoff of that is. It's not the mass, it's the gravity. I kind of have a general idea that there's a relationship between the two. Now you tell me if I'm wrong or right about that, but... What is the probability of Thargoid and Food being introduced in the dangerous alongside operations next year? I would say close to 0. That's my guess. Others might have a different guess. Alright, finally. Scooping the blue goop. Alright, and now skedaddling. The distance from the mass. White dwarfs are pretty though. Annoying, but pretty. Some white dwarfs you cannot boost from. Okay, good to know. What range did you get from that scoop? Well, this is just a white dwarf. It's not a neutron boost, so it's gonna be 4x my normal range. 200 light years. Something like that. Coming in a little too hot. Trying to slow down here. Failing at slowing down effectively, but I kind of got there. Alright. Let's see if we can do that 70-degree drop that this ship kind of supposedly lets you do. The answer to your question is 206 light years. Alright, here we go. 75 degrees. Here we come. Pitch all the way down. And go back and turn around. And here we are. This is indeed quite fast, I have to confess. That is our pad. Okay, your ship is a combat ship. Well, kinda. It's got a fuel scoop. It's got a FSD booster. It's got 2 FMUs. It's got Xeno scanner, vehicle hangars. It's got a bunch of things that combat ships don't have. It's got docking computers, collector limpets, rescue limpets, fighter hangars. It's got a this is a bit of a hybrid combat. It's not really a combat ship because it doesn't have a hull to be, nor a module reinforcement to be a combat ship. But it's an explorer ship that can fight. I think that's probably the fairest definition. You know, Mark II ablative for the Panther. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Alright, let's add super conduits to our thingy, and let's add thermal spread. Uh-oh. Did I engineer a low emissions power plant? No. Please tell me I didn't engineer a low emissions power plant. Did I just engineer a low emissions grade 5 power plant? Okay. Alright, well I hope this guy sells an 8A power plant. Because I'm not going to go very far with a low emissions power plant. Maybe I had this one already, that's why I put it in. I might... No, it doesn't have an 8 plant. I have an armored one here, but not with thermal spread. No! This is so sad. So sad. So annoying. So sad and annoying. Oh well. Alright, let's go do our armor. Where is Harlan Salangine? There she is. 2 jumps. We'll have to come back. I think I was going to Shindes anyway because I wanted to pick up Gauss cannons. And I kind of still have a few more trips to do. Hey Alex, welcome to the stream.
Restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Titan bombings. Like Caspian for Titan bombing? Caspian doesn't strike me as a Titan bomber. Like... yeah, the authentic elite experience. Actually, I have a neutron boost. I can jump straight to the thing. I don't need to jump twice. Oops, Crook is up there. Wrong direction. Wait, can I select it directly? Like, you're saying jet cone boost, FSD boost. Boost level 1, 2, 3, 2? 2 is the one? I don't know why this... It should be jet cone boost. I'll use jet cone boost. There you go. Alright, now it's direct. Thank you, Metal, for explaining that. Hey, Frenzy 80, welcome to the stream. Hey, Carl66, welcome to the stream as well. What is a Gats cannon? A Gats cannon. A Gats cannon is a Guardian Gauss cannon. It's a weapon that does a lot of damage to Thargoids. Hey, Ziddles, welcome to the stream. We're getting there though. We're almost done. Right. This is one of those thank goodness for SCO overcharge systems. I'm getting the hang of like stopping at kind of the right moment just by looking at how quickly things are moving in and how many other gravity wells there are. I don't always get it right, but I'm kind of getting close to getting it pretty precise. And gas cannons, station sniper cannons. How do you go ahead and add a grade on my forehead? Good questions. What else do I need? I need the FSS. I need... What if I put Guardian Gauss here? How does that change my... I haven't used Gauss in a while. I might actually want to go Gauss. It makes things even more energy efficient. Even though distributor wise, my distributor is not going to like it. But we're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. So what's the best possible engineered ship jump range in light years? I think it's still in the Mandalay. I think it's in the 90s something. I mean, if you want the sort of best possible single non-neutron jump range, the Mandalay is the best. If you want the best possible neutron boost jump range, then obviously the Caspian is now the go-to. I'm coming in way too hot. I'm gonna pitch up and see if I can dodge it. Yep, I did it. Whoa, just barely. A little dark over here. Beating myself up with the Blue Zone orbital cruise. I have to go around. But Chieftain Mark II would indeed be a very nice ship. I agree. Why, too shallow? Ah, that's sad. Oh well, fine. You hate extremely stripped down ships. It doesn't feel right. And we'll never see such ranges. Yeah, stripped down ships, I agree. I mean, they're kind of, you know, unless you're trying to beat some record or something. They're not ships you would use for everyday purposes. Well, at least I wouldn't. 80 max loaded, even 70 plus. Yeah, I mean, this ship is pretty good combat ship, which jumps about 70. Which we'll see it in action and just as soon as we're done building it. Which is going to take a moment longer. But also, I'm not sure why I jumped my carry down there, since I don't think there's anything I need on my carrier right now. So I'm not sure why I was charging my frames for that. I might actually jump my carrier back to the trees, since there's nothing I need there. This is the thing, right? I can take the ship down to the Pleiades, fight, and then bring myself to the trees, and it's gonna be okay. Is Neutron Boost new and only on the Caspian, or is there another ship with it? Well, the Neutron Boost per se works on all ships, but most ships have a 4x multiplier on a Neutron Boost, whereas the Caspian has 6x as a multiplier. You do need to have a fuel scoop equipped on a ship to enable the boost, but just something you probably have anyway on an explorer ship. 6 plasma slugs and beam laser thermal vent, that's it. I mean, you can do it that way if you want to make a PvE version of the Caspian, but it's gonna murder your power distributor. Your power distributor is really not gonna like it. Set our power priorities while we're at it. Ash can go on 5. Dog and Pew can go on 4. Wake scanner. That's really a 5. Collector 3. Rescue 3. Fighter hangar 2. Super good assist 3. Heatsink. That's all good. That's docking computer. I have it on 4. Alright, this looks good. This looks good. Let's see if this guy sells like a class A. Oh, I doubt it. We may have to go back to Shindits anyway for rails, for Gauss. I'm using rails so much, I'm like confusing rails and Gauss right now. Yeah, I mean, going to Colonia now is... so now we're doing a light wave, which is uncommon, right? Anyway, this is what we're doing. As this is what the Caspian nominally goes for. It is annoying that they gave mass to the... to be a blade of armor, light wave. Alright, deplating, yes. Set. And then we have one hull reinforcement package that we need to engineer. All right. No, please tell me I didn't engineer. I engineered my high reinforcement package with lightweight. Fine, it's an explorer. Let's go with. Let's go with the lightweight. Ah, man, how much hull do we have with this thing? 1,000 instead of 1,400. We just lost 40% of our hull. Do we really want to lose 40% of our hull with light wave hull reinforcement packages? That's really bad. Is there a version? Is there another? Can I buy another 5D hull reinforcement package here? I might actually save that one for ships that want it. But this one, no. Please tell me you sell HRPs. Oh, thank goodness you do. I'm gonna store this one for once. Alright, and then we're gonna engineer it correctly this time, hopefully. Our reinforcement packages, heavy duty. Yeah, although I think the power plant I didn't engineer. I think I kind of had it somewhere lying around, which is why I just slapped it on. Or maybe I engineered it again. Like, I'm just kind of like very kind of confused apparently. Anyway, light wave armor. I mean, there are situations where, you know, it's situational. It's not a very commonly used one though. Like, yeah, it'd be nice if all modules were at all stations, I agree. Hey, YK Rope, welcome to the stream. It's crazy, right? That the engineer has a module that you need. It's rare, I agree. Alright, we did it. And we have deep plating, we have that. Now it's time to do this one, actually light wave for once. There we go. Yeah, losing 40% armor was just a little bit too much. Not so much for fighting a Hydra. I could fight a Hydra with 1,000 hull hit points. But it was more for slamming into planets later when I keep the ship for kind of actual traveling. Oh, I completely agree. Like, experimentals should be pinnable, just like engineering is. I got a Caspian today. I forgot to add the fuel scoop. I'm very impressed how long I was able to go with insane ship. Yeah, so basically, I mean, it's a little bit of a long story, but when they originally released the Caspian in early access, the problem it had was that it only had a class 7 fuel scoop, and the original version of a class 8 frameshift drive gobbled up fuel like crazy. And so they basically cheated and reduced the fuel consumption of the class 8 frameshift drive massively. To a point where it's now it's like the equivalent of like a class 6 FSD or something like that. Where is it? I can't find it right now, but there you go. If you look at the fuel consumption, it's like 6.8 tons, which is nothing for something that's supposedly a class 8 drive. And that was meant to deal with the complaints that people had. It takes forever to fuel scoop. It has an undersized fuel scoop. It sucks as an explorer because it scoops too slowly, which was true at the time. What they didn't realize, as they often don't realize things that they do, is the fact that they changed that implied that they should also have downsized the fuel tank. They should have cut the fuel tank to at least a class 6 or a class 5. However, they didn't. They left the 7C fuel tank with 120 tons of fuel. And guess what? Now you can go on the internal fuel tank for almost forever. That's just a number of like poor design decisions pile on top of each other and trying to fix things in ways that create and break other things. Anyway, that's what happened there. That is what happened there. What is this? Squadron dynamic decal? Oh, this is a squadron decal. That's pretty cool. But we're going to put the Titan one instead. It's pretty. Same for the Scarab. Just one experimental pin. Yeah, that would be nice. Well, a lot of these, actually. Tactical graphite. That's our black version of the SLR. Maybe Resistance Scorch is prettier. Well, let's go with black. You can have the SRV in any color you want, so long as it's black. In the XSF. You're also not supposed to put a decal on it, but this is not a combat vessel, so it's fine. We have done those. Let's do VSLFs now. These obviously don't have paint jobs for them. Well, obviously. I don't know how obvious it is, but it is what it is. Yeah, I agree. It's gotten a lot easier to engineer things based on how quickly you can find materials nowadays. Alright, we got the Trident and now the Lance. Blue for Guardians is almost mandatory in my opinion. And now we can do delivery of the main ship. The Caspian Owner Club sticker is like so lame in my opinion. This is chrome. No, look at that. Huh. I like the chrome Caspian. This is gold. Also pretty. Golden I never liked. Like chrome, same. I didn't like it. Oh, I have to say, Caspian chrome. Midnight black would be my choice. This is midnight black gloss. I don't like that one either. Midnight black would be my go-to, but I'm not sure I want to spend 10,000 arcs on this right now. There's also no tactical graphite, which is annoying. Beyond cyan. Well, I guess just sticking with the default one for now. I go blue weapons. Engines. And then we're gonna replace these ugly ones with nice ones. You say it's squishy, but I mean, if it's properly kitted, it's pretty solid. And then these are like, I don't know. This is like spoil packs. Not too in love with those. And then we're gonna just do our usual stuff here. Names here and IDs down below, which we need to update. Let's name it the way we named it, which is Hydra Exploder. And then we'll register the ship later, but it's the AXC XE. And then we do our cockpit accessory, which starts with one of our first hearts ever used of a Thargoid to make a bobblehead, of course, with some meta alloys. And then the name Mechan on my dashboard, so I remember my name and I don't forget it. Very important. Actually, I did a mistake. Then we do the Thargoid combat first. The Thargoid combat gold medal. Where is it? This one. Then my name, so I don't forget it. Nebula saucer for combat. Yeah, I'm gonna take this for combat as soon as I'm done with the engineering, which I'm almost done. I have a little power plant problem right now, but I need to deal with. But after that, I think we can deal. We can sort it. And then the other two medals, one for combat gold, and then the exploration gold. Alright, we have our livery sorted. We named the ship properly, it's all sorted out. Did Celine also have a power plant perchance? I'd be very lucky if she did. Nope. Alright, have we engineered everything except our plant? I think so. Oh, the beam laser. Yeah, that's the only other thing that we need to do. So we need to go to Brew Tarquin. Where's Brew again? I think the Dweller also does beam lasers, or am I wrong?
Restraints disengaged.
I think the Dweller does beam lasers, right? It's a lot closer than Brew. You guys correct me if he doesn't. Green Cheese still the go-to for Raws, with Limpets not able to pick up ground stuff anymore. I still use shard sites for Raws. I only use Brain Trees for Selenium. That's because Selenium is not available at shard sites. Unladen jump range on a stock Caspian. Oof, Roman, that's a tricky question. I have no idea. Unladen jump range on stock. Stock as in unengineered, is that the question? With an A-class drive? I'd probably tell you somewhere, just since I'm playing with this thing here. The answer to your question is 47, 46, 47 light years jump range is the answer to your question. Alright, so we are at Word. Please tell me whether this guy does beam lasers, because I can't remember if he does. But we'll find out in a moment. Does T11 produce more materials than normal mining? It does produce more fragments. I don't know if it produces more materials. Somebody that does more mining than I do might be able to answer a material-specific question in the chat. Address inside 20-kilometer perimeter range to get a T11 MC mining tool. That produces like grade 4 mats? Today I learned. I had no idea that that was the case. I did know that it produced more fragments and large fragments, but what about materials? Like, I think that's the question, is about mats. Yeah, I think the fuel rats, I don't know. I think for one, it will make running out of fuel something more of a skill issue thing. 'Cause like if you run out of fuel in the Caspian, I mean, you really have to kind of try to run out of fuel, like intentionally. At 75 degrees. Here we go. Yeah, it does. Thanks for checking, Hugie. Perfect.
Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 0.
Oh yeah, the fuel rats are awesome. I agree. Does the Caspian have a huge tank or just really efficient fuel system? Both. It has a huge class 7 fuel tank that carries 128 tons of fuel, and they just god-handed its frameshift drive after people complained about the fuel usage of the class 8 drive, so that now it basically uses very little fuel. So the combination of two things together. Alright, from here, from Black Hide, we will go back to Shinded's, and then we are almost done. We have one more stop, and then we are... Permaland. At Shinded's, we'll load up on weapons, get a new power plant, and... where is Shinded's, by the way? Here? No. I guess we're going here. Crew jumps. Almost one, but two. AFK T10 and low CZ still works as far as I know. Yeah, what I think still does. I don't understand why the ship has a ship launch fighter bay. Well, I don't know, because like, it's a good question. But we're gonna use it in about 10 minutes by the time we get and find a Hydra down in Pleiades. Like, again, first we need to sort out that power plant. But then I think we're mostly done. Oh, we need still the class 1 DSS. We need one more thing. 2 more stops. Well, Shindes and 2 more stops and then we're done. Align with target destination. That would be helpful, I agree. Guardian power plant, not with this build, no. Yeah, Pisti. Unfortunately not. For some things it can be enough though. I agree. I think it's just fun to fly around in an SLF, and we want to change things up while you're in the black and fly a more agile fighter-like ship. And like approach like notable stellar phenomena or something like that. So this is not something I need a frameshift boost for to go 11 light years. So it is hard to rank up the SLF to elite. And by the way, I think there's a bug for elite NPCs that have apparently awful aim or something like that, or at least I was hearing people talking about it. So actually it might be a good thing ranking an SLF out to elite is hard, because apparently they can't aim once they get to elite. Yeah, that's the thing, it's fun to fly around in SLFs. I think that's a key thing. They are useless for combat, practically useless. But, oh, we should pick up an NPC, by the way, if we're gonna use a SLF for combat down in the Pleiades. I'm gonna pick up a NPC. Remind me to pick up an NPC before I leave. I got a Gauss fighter, and I think the other one, I can't remember what I got. I think the Trident is the plasma repeater one. I think the Javelin is the shard one. Man, it's taking a while to build up this Caspian, but we're almost done. Alright. SLF pilots get worse as they level up. Generally, no. But as I'm hearing people say that once they hit elite, there's a bug. And they can't aim anymore once they hit elite. At least that's what I heard. Maybe others here can chat about it. I don't really use SLFs pretty much ever. Certainly not with NPCs. So I can't really say, but welcome everybody, by the way. Welcome Marlboro Ford. Welcome Ticktone, Dr. Evil. Ansik, Azanovich, sorry. Stephen Gage, welcome everybody to the stream. Alright, let's actually get the right power plant now.
Ship is on the ground. Ground crew dispatched.
A perfectly aim 20 feet to the left of a target ship. Interesting. Alright, so let's pick up an NPC. I'm gonna pick up one of the expert, I guess, since when they're not gonna sit in my ship for long, since I'm gonna fire them after I'm done. Can you send two SLFs? No, you can only send one. You can send one plus another actual pilot, right? You can't have two active crew. Yeah, only one. All right, let's put some guarding gauss in here. Yeah, it would be nice to have two, I agree. Well, let's see if they can at least hit a Hydra, which is a pretty large target. If they can hit Hydras with Gauss, then yeah, it's problematic. Yeah, they leech everything. It's like really poorly designed system. Really, really poorly designed system. All right, let's store this one and replace it with an... Oh, it's a 7A, by the way. No, like 8A. Buy and equip. That was an AA, but now we can make this one armored. And we can also fix a couple other things. So FSD is done. Shield booster, power super collector. This is lightweight already. HRP's engines are done. Plant is the one thing we need to engineer it with armored. See, I'm pretty sure I didn't engineer it to lightweight because I don't even have a remote engineering low emissions. My NPC name is not intimidating enough. Well, we'll see. Yeah, King Arthur Fleck. That was in an unengineered keelback. And by the way, it wasn't a squadron member. It was a random audience member from one of my stream. Like, I don't know if they joined the squadron at this point. Maybe. Like, I can't remember who it was. Maybe you guys can remind me who it was. All lies. Alright, now we need to go to Felicity for that final experimental thermal spread, and we need to go to a human... Everything else is done, yeah? Sensors done, armor's done, module, we have a booster, engineer, rest doesn't matter. Shields are good, beam laser is good, plant is without experimental, but everything's going. This ship is almost ready to go. Almost. Was there anything else I needed at Shindas? I got my NPC on board, I think. Yep. I got him on board. Right. Set power priorities of this 2. Set fire group. We are staggering Gauss. Now this is 4 mediums on a class 7 power distributor. It is a little bit overdrawn, but it should be fine. Should be fine. We need to pick up limpets before we forget next time we dock. Now we need to find a human tech broker, which is not a rescue ship. So LTT 4846. 2 more stops, and then we head to the Pleiades to fight. Moving hydrogen in my flying stadium, a faster way to get CG points. Alright, are you selling like low value commodities? Is that what it is? I went into a combat zone, angling to Val. I am independent, blown like 10 ships and got 0 points for the CG. Yeah, you need to be on fighting in a CG that has one. I mean, you need to have signed up for a CG where one of your 2 sides is a party in the combat, otherwise you don't get merits. 200 points per trip versus 1,200 per community goal. I don't know. I think I get a lot more than 1,200 per combat zone, if that's what you mean. I think more than CG, CC. Tips takes 5 minutes. Yeah. With a real corner, you get a lot more than that then. Where were we going? Where are we going? Got a little distracted here. Moline Port? Where's Moline Port? Moline Port. Here. We're trying to go to a human tech broker to get a D1 pre-engineered deep service scanner with a sort of double enhanced range thingy. Yeah, I think you get, what, 40 merits or something for each ship you destroy in SCG, in a combat zone. And, yeah, you destroy way more than 6 ships in 5 minutes. I mean, I don't know. Well, you destroy one ship every 20 seconds, so 3 ships per minute. 3 ships per minute in 5 minutes is 15 ships. 15 ships times 40 is what? Yeah, like more than 200. Like more than 200. Are you still top 10 Allure on Grui? No, definitely not. I was out of town the whole week. I couldn't even build a Caspian, as I think I mentioned in a post of mine. I haven't had a chance to fight at all, so no. I was top 10 for the first few days when I actually had a few hours. I mean, the good thing is I was top 10 playing 2 hours a day for like, or 3 hours a day maybe, for like 2 days. That was it. But yeah, I just don't have the time with a family and work to kind of like be in the top 10. People who have more time than me will be in the top 10, even if they get far fewer merits per hour than I do when I play. Some things you just gotta brute force if you want to do that. Reinforcement required. Alright, so we're here for the module. Then we need to go get a power plant experimental, which we're gonna do at Marco, I think, because he's the closest, I would imagine. So we're going to Sirius next, and then we're heading to the Pleiades. It's also on the way, kind of. Nice. Well, not really, no. It's not on the way, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see. Hey, Ladidi. Ladidadi. Tech broker, Thargoid interceptor bobblehead, all this stuff. Where is the FSS? Engineer details first. This one. There it is. They still haven't added the 8 SCO V1. I wonder if they will. And we got it. Alright. Now we have the best detail service scanner materials can buy. Let's plop it in. Surface scanners. There we go. And everything else looks in order. We have our fighters. Yep, we just need, are we 2.74 over? Just confirming. No. Something I'm missing. Shield booster. Guarding gas cannons, flak beam laser. I see. Might be still fine. The fire group, well, that is the detail scanner. Fire groups. Xeno scan. We don't need the pulse wave scanner. Maybe we do it with. Maybe we do this. This is what I'm kind of used to. So we do Xeno scan with this. We do wake scanner with the surface scanner in number 2. This looks fine. I should disable the sync. That was just a placeholder there. This is fine. We don't need fuel transfer or hatch breakers. Pulse wave. Well, Palin, I mean, we might pick up limpets now if we're gonna go straight. Saves us a trip to a station, so let's do it. It's kind of limits our range a little bit more, but it saves us stops, so let's do it. So we're going to Marco, I think.
Ship release.
And that's the last stop before we head down to a place to fight. Welcome, Zag. Thank you, Zaggy, for the follow. Sirius is obviously in the opposite direction. Good night, Iger's calls. 9200.
Clear of station perimeter. Take care, Commander.
Take care, you too. Alright, last stop, if I'd done my homework right. Shield 384. This is a pretty weak shield, but we'll see how it handles. Probably poorly. How does a ship handle? It should handle like a medium ship in terms of how it flies. It handles too well for a large ship, if you ask me. But we'll see how it handles in combat in about 5 minutes or so. Time to dock, put this experimental on, and then we head down to the Pleiades. And by the way, at this point we can also jump our carrier back because we don't need our carrier, and it's gonna be faster too. Sort of like, did I jump my carrier? Where are we? Play sector, like blah blah blah. So alright, let's jump back to Kuhn on our way back to the trees. Okay. You guys are having fun with the little exclamation commands. I need to do more stuff like that, like for live streams. I thought about adding a command that turns my ship into silent running, but then I was like, that sounds like a really terrible idea that people would use at the most awful moments, which might be a good thing. Might make things more interesting. Or I might kind of like I might kind of go into super low latency mode and just use sort of like a stream where I fight, but you have to control my guns via the chat. So like basically you shoot my guns with exclamation commands or something like that. That would be a fun little stream, I think. Yeah, silent running is really bad. Pip voting macro would be funny. To vote for what? Yeah, Lupushe. You can put an exclamation mark skill to kind of call out the skull issue. On-demand hardcore mode. Yeah, I mean, I've killed a Thargoid blindfolded. So I think I can swing myself even with a little bit of collaboration from the chat. Pip voting. So basically, like, commands that control my pips, is that what you're saying? Oh, that'd be funny. I don't know if I would do... Oh, control my distributor. Okay, that would be cool. That would be interesting. That would be very interesting. Should we do it? I wonder if I might be able to kind of do it relatively quickly and coming in too hot. I'm going to crash, I think. Too fast. But we're 20 kilometers away, so whatever. Trying to think about... Because, like, I have some pip macros. I have some... Not sure how that is possible. Well, you don't need to take my word for it. I can show you how that is possible. I'll just send you the link to the video. This is how it's possible. If this thing didn't cooperate. Oh gosh. No, not a Type 10. This is a Crate Mark II. That's the video of my blindfolded Cyclops fight. It was fun. It was a very interesting experience. Like, I don't know if I would do it again, but it was a very interesting experience. All right. Right, we're in docking range of our final docking station, so we might as well set a course too. Stereopy 2. Where we will be looking for a Hydra down there.
Landing pad 08.
Stereopy 2 is somewhere around here. Pretty close to Asterope. Generally a bit more down. Where are you, Stereopy? Stereopy. I don't want to search for you because I kind of know where you are somewhere around here. Stereopy 2, there you are. See, I don't need... I know my way around the Pleiades well enough. Have you always used mouse and keyboard, or have you tried HOTAS? Well, I've done HOTAS. Like, Wing Wing sent me their sticks to try, and I've actually done a review of the Wing Wings, in addition to writing a joystick gremlin guide while I was at it, because I was like, this is hard. There you go. You thought I was joking when I said I killed a Thargoid's blindfolded? No, I'm not joking. It's real. That was a pretty madman fight, yes. That one was high on my madman list of things, I have to confess. Alright. Power plants. Armored thermal spread. And we are good. Let's roll. We are in combat shape. My fuel consumption doesn't look right. Whatever I targeted, I think I have the jet cone boost sorted out, which I shouldn't. That's why. It was a, it was a little too... See, but that's a funny thing. If you had the fuel, you could actually go there. You could actually go there in one jump. Like, if you had the fuel. It's just so as crazy as the... Sort of like... oh, come on. What the heck? What's going on? Alright. There we go. That's more reasonable. Alright, so let's check a few things that make us ready for combat. This is good. This looks good. Let's set a course and jump. Let's see, where is this? This goes down. There you go, that's the thing I was looking for. Alright, let's give it a... I'll give it a 400 millisecond delay. Save. This might still not be enough, but let's see how it goes. How many jumps? 5 jumps to a Pleiades. More than I thought. I guess with limpets we're a little bit more laden down. 67 tons. Still not too many. Yeah, the blindfolded one was not an easy one, I have to say. It was comparatively hard on the list of harder or easier things I've done. Wait, do you guys like the Chieftain t-shirt? My daughter said it was so awesome, like, and my son asked me, what is this? Engine. What is this? Cockpit. What is this? Guardian Gauss cannon. Guardian Gauss cannon? He was very confused about what a Guardian Gauss cannon was. He's 2. And what is this? He asked me what is, like, I said, I didn't know how to explain Thargoid bits. I said, decoration. Dead Titan decoration. Indeed. Titan kill counters on shoulders. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to... at some point, I might do a front-back version of something. Some things I can do kind of creative, like... This jump is taking a long time. That's the thing about neutron boosts with the ship is like I should have maybe gone to Jekyll Lighthouse and just jump from there because you know the loading screens are what makes it take forever to go anywhere in this game. I don't want to waste my heat sinks at this point though, so I'm like, maybe wait. Alright, let's get in the mood for combat. Let's switch to some combat music while we're at it. Get pumped up. Of course, some Hydra combat in an explorer ship. I also don't know if I have my... I need to check, because I don't know if I have my... SLF commands mapped anywhere. In fact, I haven't used the SLF cycle. There is a station near Asterope. Yeah, so the station near Asterope is Copernicus Observatory, and it's a great beginner station, but it doesn't have a lot of Hydras next to it. Like, Stereope 2 has a lot more Hydras next to it, so that's why we're going to Stereope 2. And while we are waiting for FSD to control, let's just check. It might be under ship controls. Where is it? Flight, throttles, fighter orders. See, I don't have any commands. I don't have any commands. What do I really need? I need attack target. I need follow me, I guess. Behave aggressively. I guess aggressively attack target. Attack target. Confirm. And follow me, F8. And then recall, F8. I guess this is it, right? That's all I need. I don't need these weird defend. Who needs to who needs defense? Best defense is offense. Alright, 2 jumps to combat. I wouldn't say I'm against the Empire. I'm like for balance and freedom. And if that means being against the Empire, I'm against the Empire. If that means being against the Federation, I would be against the Federation. Like... Oh, my keyboard configuration is pretty amazing. You see in the top right of the screen, that way. You can see like key presses. Right. All right, final jump. Yeah, that works too. I guess this way. Yeah, I know it's a little tiny. Like you can't see it unless you kind of notice it, but it shows you what I'm doing with my keyboard at any point in time. Like if I'm actually demonstrating something, I will put it much bigger. I'll pull it so that it's a bigger piece of the overlay. And if you want, I can put it bigger for this fight. But like I don't know that it's necessary to do that. Right? We'll see. But now we dance. Now this ship has basically no hull, no body reinforcement packages, crappy shields. Like it's an absolutely awful tank. It's got a good power distributor, and it handles pretty nicely, so we'll see. Let's go find a Hydra and see how it handles in real combat. And we won't bend. Tehran is in meltdown. We sent it to hell. Alright. Hydra, Hydra, Hydra. This might be a Hydra. That's definitely a Medusa. This might be another Hydra. Alright, let's go roll the dice against that one. There's, I think, 60% chance that that is a Hydra, roughly. Oh, I have used far worse ships than this, yeah. I mean, the thing about this fight is that there's very little margin of error. As in, if you start getting shot in the face, you're gonna keep getting shot in the face, and the ship doesn't like getting shot in the face. But if you manage to not get shot in the face, then things should go fine. The chat control SLF. Now that one's a good one. Can I do that? Let me see if I can do that. We got time here for the thing anyway. Okay, let me hold on a moment. I'm gonna see if I can configure my bot to give commands to the fight. Commands. How do I create a new one? Add. Name. Attack. Mode. Normal. Command. Attack. Location. Anywhere. Available to anyone. Group permissions. Grant type. Allow all or only those. Group. Let's call this group SLF. It's a new group. Okay. SLF. Attack. And then we're gonna create a couple more. Add. Defend. Well, like recall. Recall is easy. Command exclamation mark recall. Group SLF. Location anywhere. Alright. Second one. And the third one is, I'll call it follow. Exclamation mark follow. Exclamation mark follow. Thank you for the idea. It's a fun idea. Location anywhere. Oh. Alright, we got that. Now I need to configure an action, otherwise the thing doesn't do anything. Name. Add. Group SLF. The first one is attack. It's a bit funky, but Q, default, concurrent, execute. Alright. Triggers. Add. Where is the SLF? Core. Hold on. Recent triggers, favorite triggers, add. Twitch, YouTube. I think it's Twitch. No, it's a different one. Core. Gosh, this is complicated. Core. Commands. Command triggered. Command triggered. Attack. Alright, I got the trigger. And then add. Core. Keyboard. System. Keyboard press. Key. Where is F5? F5. Alright. So we got one. Sorry, I need to do this manually, so it takes a little while. And then add. Exclamation mark. Follow. I think it was actually F6 because F5 was like act aggressively, right? Yeah, so I need to change that to F6. That's next one is follow. Exclamation mark SLF, Q default, blah blah, enabled. Alright, add core trigger. Commands triggered. Command triggered, exclamation mark follow. Okay. Add core keyboard press. This is gonna be fun. Core, hold on, actions, system, keyboard press. So that one was F5 was attack, F6 was attack, so this should be F7, right? Okay, F7, done. And then recall, it was the third one. Exclamation mark recall. SLF, queue default, blah blah blah. Add. Core. Commands, command triggered. Recall. Alright. And then add core keyboard. System, keyboard press. F8 was recall, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm almost done. F8, okay. And then I just need to change the attack to be keyboard press F6 instead of F5. Okay. I think save. Setting saved. I think we got the action sorted out. So now you can use in the chat, when the SLF is launched, obviously, not until then. You can use exclamation mark attack to tell the SLF to attack. You can use exclamation mark follow to have the, well, thing follow. And you can use exclamation mark recall to recall the fighter. And that should work. I think streamer bot works pretty well. So, like, we'll try it. Anyway, we're going to try it soon. Let's go. Launch SLF could be another one, but I don't have time to do it right now, so we're not doing that. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a salad here waiting for us. Alright, well, let's get a scan first. Scan detected. Oh, we got something here scanning us too. Now, this is a pulse wave casino scanner, so it only has 500 meter range, but it's okay. It'll be more than enough, or maybe 1,000 range, something like that. Like, not a lot of range. Yeah, we're giving the chat a recall range. We're gonna be okay. Hello, Hydra there. Does this thing only go? Oh, maybe I should turn flight. I have flight assist off. It goes 300 only. It goes 300 only. Oh gosh, this thing is slow. All right. We'll see how it goes. That's a ball. That was a pretty poor shot. That was a good shot. That was a very good shot. I got him. I gotta remember not to use silent running. I'm just getting myself out of trouble and into a better position here. I'm very slow compared to the Hydra, so I gotta use some boosting techniques to kind of like get myself out of trouble. Alright, so we are cold. We used a heat sink, but we'll be okay. And I think we're in position to engage. FA off is not strictly required, but it helps a lot. Alright, do we have... It's going to rearm, so I'm going to wait until it does the rearm thing. Alright, it's back on us. Do we have Gauss? Yes. Engage. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with my mouse buttons. Alright, I need to fix something on my mouse buttons, because like something was wrong. Why did this not work? Oh, this is why. This is why. I pressed this button, but it didn't work. Oh, come on. This is not working. I haven't used Gauss with this setup in a while, so I'm trying to get this to work, but it's not working at all. I'm gonna boost past it for a moment. Should also launch the SLF, by the way. It is a long range from event, you assume correctly. Change this to... Pull off. Alright, we're gonna launch the Guardian Fighter in a second. Alright, so Launch the fighter. Where are we launching? The Lance. This guy.
Copy.
Alright guys, you have command. Remember, exclamation mark attack, exclamation mark follow, and exclamation mark recall. Let's engage. What is going on? Oh man, never mind. I forgot I have those keys mapped to my... Oh man, I have those keys mapped to something else. I have those keys mapped to my my galaxy map controls. I need to disable that. Oh man. It's like galaxy map. I have to disable these, otherwise it's... You guys are gonna open my galaxy map like you just did. Alright, now it should work, I hope. Man, this is taking longer than I thought. Alright, cool. Clear profile. Clear everything. Guns at the ready, we're answering the call. Alright, see if we can finally engage this Hydra. We're gonna get into enrage timer soon rather than later.
Roger that, Commander. I'm moving into attack.
I also have completely wrong the map the sniping of the weapons. See, I'm actually firing the weapons incorrectly. Alright, now we have to switch the fire groups while that thing is exerted. And this thing is gonna be so freaking slow! I'm getting shot in the face. This is still wrong. How can this be still wrong? 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, like this? Oh man. Guys, this was bad. I'm out. Heat sinks. Yeah, I think we just need to restart the fight at some point. Like, I'm out of everything. Oh, my shield is down, yeah. Yeah. Probably heat sink. Might as well kind of start again, because like this is no, I don't spawn in the bubble. I'm in a system where it has a station, so I don't spawn in the bubble. But oh, my drive is disabled. Oh, thank you for recall. Drive disabled. When is my drive enabled? Come on, try it. I don't think my thing will make it. Yeah, too many things were just set up wrong. Oh, this guy's like mass locking me now. Alright, well, let's do a little pass. This is where having a little bit of shield doesn't hurt. You have to be at 5 kilometers to stop being mass locked, which you can achieve with a ship with the speed, especially if you boost every now and then. Right. Guardian Gauss works with sub-targeting. Well, yeah, it doesn't automatically target if that's a question. Oh, we lost the fighter. That's so sad. Sorry, fighter. Let's go repair the arm at Onisun Observatory. Right now we have our command sorted out. We have a chat collaborating and participating, but like. We still have the, like, my fire setup not working properly, which is something I want to kind of like sort out while we are here, because like there's something fundamentally wrong with how that one was operating. Let's see if we can fix this. It's not behaving as intended at all. Let's try this. This is not doing what it's supposed to do at all. Still not doing what it's supposed to do at all. Trying to configure my mouse buttons to do what I want them to do, but it's not working. It's not working right. Key down. Button 8. This is up. See if this one works as intended. Alright, let's try it now. Alright. So we rearmed. Alright, now it looks like it's working at least. I tried turning it off and on again, yes. Now it should work. Yeah, chat with main menu access is dangerous. I agree. Alright, let's auto jump. This looks like... this looks like it is... We're not going to have time to do a full Hydra, but we can do a beginning of a Hydra. And we have a better sense of how this all works. SLF Deet? No, SLF is fine. Okay, I guess I got 2 SLS, so full stock. We're good. Let's jump our carry back to the plants. Space here. Should get the order. Yep. Fleet request successful. Alright, let's go. Is it possible to have both fighters out if 2 players are on your ship? Or yes, no, it's possible. You can have both out. Even if you have just 1 player, you can have an NPC and a player, or 2 players out. Alright, let's find another Hydra. There are plenty, so hopefully we'll find another one quickly. These are the 4 almost certainly, because like, it's based on where it is in the... There you go. Alright, this could be a Hydra, so let's roll the dice since it's fast. Right. Nope, this is a probe. Next. What's the best ship to start learning how to fight Thargoids? It's either a chieftain if you're serious about learning, or it's a corsair if you want something of an easy mode ship to carry you somewhat. But if you want to get good, eventually I think the chieftain is the best option to learn in. I agree with iMetal here. There's a lot of Cyclops Day. And a Basilisk. And a Medusa. And maybe a Hydra. And Scouts. Let's see if that one's a Hydra. The Corsair, there's an easy mode Corsair build which uses plasma chargers and multi-cannons, which works incredibly well and is very, very easy to use. Alright, we got ourselves a salad. Hello, Hydra. You're getting a little close. Personal space. Personal space, yeah? Hello there. Show me your swarm. Got some good range. Swarm is taking a while to deploy. There it is. That is, I think, a cone or spiral. Doesn't look like a ring. And considering how much damage I did in one shot, it's definitely not a ring. I was a little late in that shot. But it worked just fine. I got swarm down. We might be able to engage on first pass, which would be nice. Incoming. So let's throw our SLF out. Again, you're in command. Oops, you're in command if, like, actually deploy the thing.
Copy that. Going live. Stand by.
Alright.
I'm ready when you are.
Let's hold off until it does its rearm thing. So hold off attacking for a moment. When it does its little rearm dance, and then we can go and move into attack. It usually takes about 30 seconds. Well, never mind. I guess we engaged. Alright, let's engage. Pips the weapon. Oh, there we go. That's the rearm. I need to do the wobble to snipe here, which is like wobble from one to kind of like a fire group to the other. No, that was bad. Ah, I went back in. And we're gonna be out of heat sinks. And now system capacitor. Alright, I gotta skid out of here. Alright. This is when you kind of need to reassert your life choices and synthesize heat sinks and try again. I think I know what I was doing wrong. Are you still engaging? A fighter is still engaging. Whoa! It's hitting me even though I was like barely. Oh, I didn't have like. Let's see if we can actually pop a heat sink. it broke my synthesis. That's the annoying part of it all. But I can always get one more. Oh, at least we know which heart it's going to exert. Yeah, that reference I think is still pretty good. Enraged Res. There's also a couple about the easy mode Corsair if you want to read up on those. Alright, I think we're ready to engage. Well, take some shield damage. Engaging. The problem is like your shields compete with your heat sinks for system capacitor, so like my shield draw down my system capacitor and I couldn't hit the, but fortunately that heart is almost dead from the previous pass, so there we go. We lost our shields completely though, which is annoying. You know, tell the fighter to like stand by so he just doesn't die. Like, it's follow, exclamation mark follow, if you want to kind of bring it back. Recall recalls it entirely, which is fine, but like, it's still attacking somehow. Uh-oh. Well, that was not great. This ship is very slow. Well, I got my shield back, and they lasted a grand total of 2 seconds. Got the opposite direction. Pop a heat sink, and I'm getting myself cold before it turns and shoots me, which is now. Fortunately, we got ourselves some range.
Commander, we need to return fire.
Return fire, yeah, return fire if you want. Like, oh, look, swarm. Repair bill, huh? Yeah. Like, we're taking a big beating here. This is a pretty slow ship. It's slower than the Interceptor. We got our shield back, at least. The problem is you can't go silent running, so you can't easily re-roll the swarm formation like you would do in a ship that is shieldless. But fortunately now it's far enough. Like, it'll come back, hopefully, in a different formation. How much ammo do we have? No idea. Is that a ring? No, that's a spiral. Good. Then we should be able to take it down. I know I should be repairing and I should be taking better care of myself. I know. Let's see if we can get a repair limpet. This is not a repair limpet though. It's like an operations or some other limpet type. So this is barely gonna repair me at all. Alright, we're getting there. We got him. Alright, finally. Let's get some... some range, I was gonna say. Ouch! Let's re-repair. The good thing is, it doesn't repair much, but you also don't have a lot of health, so it can't repair as a... 36% is fine. Not good. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Let's actually put some pips in system and get some of that system back. Weapon rearmed. Let's rearm the other one. Let's get some pips back in engine. Well, one thing is, I don't want it to be charging with shield while I'm doing an attack pass, because it competes with my heat sinks, and that's DP annoying. This is fine. This is definitely fine. Look, I got 8% back with one limpet. That's plenty. That's plenty. All right. Don't tell it to attack until we're in range. I'm gonna do it like this. All right, hit it. Hit it, hit it. Nice one, chat. Well done. Sluggish. Oh, very, very sluggish on 1 pips on engine. Very, very sluggish with 1 pips on engine. Too far now, I got a boost. And it went back in at 7% left. Alright, silent running, and they got me. Alright. Boom! The SLF, I don't think the SLF can target subsystems now. Yeah, steep atmospheric entry is tricky, Olicon, with that. Alright, chat, that is all we will have time for today. Turns out, like, fighting in an Explorer Corsair, not Corsair, Caspian, Hydra is tricky. We kind of knew that. But it's doable. Like, it's just a matter of handling skill issues. Good game, Hydra, indeed. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining. Thanks for everybody who... Oh, incapacitated. Is he dead? What does that mean? Like, what happens with this guy, by the way? Is he dead forever, or like did we lose our crew 325? Confirm and redeploy. Mortally wounded and spraying bladder. You can hire him again. I don't know, floating a pod. It's like I paid 325 for a crew, I guess. I guess they bring it back from the dead with that. Workplace harassment? Yeah, that's probably definitely like some kind of like not well treated for sure. Dun, 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 dun. This is taking forever. Oh man. Let's see if there's someone on Twitch worth raiding. That's currently streaming. Oh, Rayman is streaming. Yeah, let's go raid Rayman. If I figure out how to do it. There you go. Raid, I think. Rayman games. Invalid username. See if we can actually go to like. We're getting there. Control. Raid channel. Main man games. Main man games. There it is. And we are off to the raid. And I think we made it. I think we made it in. For everybody still following on YouTube, thank you all for following. Glory to mankind. Come on to Meccan out.